Good morning, grade 11 students. In today's lesson, we are going to have a reading passage entitled Citizenship in the Digital Age on your student's book, page 104. So by the end of this lesson, you will have been able to express your opinion about online behavior, preview a reading passage to help get an overview of the text digital citizenship, identify the main idea of each paragraph through matching headings, and finally demonstrate comprehension through answering 3 CR questions. Look at the pictures and guess what is the topic of our reading text today. As we can see, it might be about the internet. Yes. It can be about anything digital. It can be about virtual world. Now, please make sure to have your student books open on page 104. We are going to answer the activity number A. Let's get started with the first question. Have you ever seen anyone behaving badly online? What did you do? What does it mean? Bad behavior online or online bad behavior. It can be some gamers are rude when communicating. They are not polite. Cyberbullying often occurs. So cyberbullying is bullying that takes place over digital devices like cell phones, computers, and tablets. And finally, trolling. Trolling is the act of leaving an insulting message on the internet in order to annoy someone. Move on now to the second question. Do you think it is important to have rules for online behavior? If it is yes, why? If it is no, why not? Let's check the answers of some students.
Personally, I believe that there should be rules about how we behave online. We have rules about behavior in real life because there are consequences to bad behavior, and we can even leave ourselves open to crime.
I agree with you. Now let's check a different answer. I think if we decide that rules are necessary offline to keep people safe, they should be necessary online as well. We can hurt people's feelings and we can damage how other people see us. All right, now let's preview the text. Here is the title, Citizenship in the Digital Age. As you can see, the text is structured into 4 paragraphs. Now, what do you think the text is about? We can scan the text and check the words that are repeated. The internet, the real world, the online world. So we can say that the main topic could be real world versus virtual world. Going back to the title, what do you think citizenship in the digital age means? We can Google it. We can find a lot of results. And digital citizenship, as you can see, it's about digital security, self-protection, health and wellness, rights and responsibilities. So this is about how to be a good citizen, but online, not in the real world. It's to protect private information, respect themselves, stand up to cyberbullying when they see it happening, respect copyright. When you carefully manage their digital footprint, so the balance of the time you spend online and using media, and to stay safe online. All right, let's move on to the activity B. Read the text quickly. Where would you find a text like this? What is it trying to do? So what is the type of the text? The text is an article, and it can be found in a magazine, a website, or an informational leaflet. What is the purpose of the text? You can go through the introduction. It's to inform readers about digital citizenship and the responsibilities of a good digital citizen, to explain that online behavior is really not different from offline behavior, and it seems overall to be asking people to think before they act. So this is about how to be a good citizen in the online or the virtual world. All right, now let's identify the main idea of each paragraph, which would boost our comprehension. You will read the text again and match the headings to the correct paragraphs. But first of all, let's go through the strategies to answer such question. First, quickly read through the paragraph headings so you can see what they say. A, think critically. B, respect the privacy of others and yourself. C, behave responsibly. D, exercise honesty. Then look at the first paragraph. Often only the topic sentence needs to be read carefully because the main idea and answer are there. You may be able to just skim the rest. Sometimes, however, the answer is not in the topic sentence and the whole paragraph needs to be read more carefully. If a match is not immediately obvious, move on to the next one. And if at the end you are still stuck between two answers for a question, pick which fits best. All right, now going through the introduction, it's important to read the first topic sentence. The internet has brought new opportunities that never existed before. However, with these possibilities comes a responsibility to behave respectfully and sensibly. And of course, this is about behaving responsibly. Paragraph number 2. So this is our topic sentence. The internet has made content easier to create, and this is an opportunity that is open to everyone. However, the other side of this is that we must be more alert to what we read. Why was this content created? So this is about thinking critically. Why it was created and by whom. Next paragraph, let's have a look here. So this is the main idea. However, the rule to remember is just because something is available doesn't mean you can take it, because it's not yours. It is our responsibility to make sure that we respect other people's property, which means not using anything we find online for ourselves without first asking permission. So we have to ask permission before using something or the content which is not ours. So this is how to exercise honesty, how to be honest online. Looking at this paragraph, as in the real world, treat people the way you want to be treated. And of course, this is about how to respect the privacy and yourself. So we have the responsibility to respect the privacy of others. Now the activity number E. We are going to read the text again and provide a written response to the following questions in your own words, of course. Use information from the text to support your answers. So it's very important to find the evidence, then to write the answer in our own words. All right, now let's look into the first question. According to the writer, how do our online responsibilities relate to our responsibilities in the real world? What is the relationship between our online responsibility and our responsibilities in the real world? So if we have a look at the introduction, we will find the evidence, which is about our responsibilities. Look at this evidence. If we view the online world simply as an extension of our real lives, it soon becomes clear that we have the same responsibility towards each other, whether we are face to face or behind our keyboard. So we almost have the same responsibility. We have always to be good citizens. So here the writer believes that our online responsibilities are the same as our responsibilities in the real world, as one is simply an extension of the other. The second question, how has digital technology changed the ways we obtain or we get and evaluate information or to judge the information we get? Now, if we look at the first body paragraph, so the evidence is clear here. The internet has made content easier to create. However, the other side of this is that we must be alert to what we read. Why was this content created and by whom? So digital technology has made it very easy to obtain information, but has made it harder to evaluate it, as we now have to judge more often whether something is reliable or not. All right, now move on to the third question. What can you do if you want to use something you find online in part of your own work? So we are talking here about people's property, and the evidence here is clear. Just because something is available doesn't mean you can take it. Okay, which means not using anything we find online for ourselves without first asking permission. So what can you do? And here is the answer. If you cannot tell whether it belongs to someone, you should avoid using it. If you know who it belongs to, you can ask the owner's permission to use it. All right, now let's look at the highlighted words in the text and match them with their meanings. Of course, it's very important to use context clues to be able to answer. So let's have a look at the first word, which is extension. Let's read the sentence. However, if we view the online world simply as an extension of our real lives, which means it's another part of our real lives. Next one. In addition, the fact that online actions are often anonymous means it is sometimes tempting to use the internet as a place to speak or behave in ways we wouldn't in reality. So sometimes the actions are unknown. We don't know the actions, so used to describe someone whose name is not known. Next one, which is subtle. This may be something obvious like an advert designed to attract us to click on it, or it could be something more subtle. So subtle means difficult to notice, such as an article written to persuade readers to adopt a certain point of view. Number 4, digital tools are a great way of making content available to vast number of people. We are talking about the number of people that is very large. We are also responsible for making sure that we ourselves behave in a way that limits the responsibilities of other people's disturbing our own privacy, which is something private. And here is the answer. It's someone's right to keep his or her personal matters unknown to others. All right, now here comes the end of our reading class for today. I hope that you could comprehend the text. I recommend that you discuss these questions with your classmates and teachers so you can share your answers on the post in the Microsoft Teams. This is all for today. Thank you so much for your attendance. Have a nice day.